Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? How was your weekend? I am going to just find you on here. Who has already done a 6 a.m. with Siri? I had an early start to my Monday morning, but not early enough to join in for that. But I hope you're all feeling amazing today and that you are ready for a new week. Let me know that you're here. Check in and let's see this week. Sorry, sneeze. Sorry. So as you guys all know, 7 a.m.s are happening every morning at 7 a.m. Monday to Friday. So as per last week, we were all checking in and saying, today is your first session out of your 5 sessions, and really trying to encourage ourselves to get to all 5 this week so that you're balancing the amount of HIIT sessions with the amount of flow sessions and recovery work. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Beverly, Jolene, Caitlin, swiping in. Just did my first one-on-one session with Coach Chris. How exciting, Caitlin. How did it feel? How do you feel about going into the month of August, guys and girls? It is Women's Month. We are celebrating being fiercely female, fiercely feminine, and yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming up. I know I'm super excited to really chat about some things and to celebrate that. So especially a big warm welcome to all the ladies joining this morning. Roz, good morning. Adna, Chantal, Zalma, Siri, Dan, now Flo. How perfect is this combination? Perfect combination. Hi, Lorraine, Samantha Engel, Sue. Caitlin says August is going to be such a good month for all of us. 100% agree. I feel like things have really kind of changed. Like we're going into the second half of the year. We're going into the last month of a season. There's a lot of cool things happening and shifting. So very exciting indeed. Susan, my first flow session. Welcome, Susan. So guys, just a general little disclaimer is that you are fully responsible for your own body. Please don't do anything that doesn't feel comfortable. You don't want to be feeling any pain at any stage, so take a break when you need to. Don't forget to breathe. Don't overstretch, and enjoy the session. Hi, Candace. Hello, John. Janice, back after a week of downtime due to rotator cuff injury, taking it easy. Perfect, Janice. So just don't do anything that overstrains that area. If you're doing anything weight bearing on it and it feels okay to do that, just make sure that you're really activating the muscles in that area to stabilize in and around the joint. Tracy, good morning. Hanali, Bridget, Blanche. So nice to see everyone here. Tasmia. Morning, Tracy. So nice to see all these names here. Let's give it another 2 minutes before we start. And this morning you won't really need any specific props. You can always have a cushion or 2 nearby. Just nice sometimes to have that as a bit of extra padding or support, as a support prop during your practice. Hello, Anna. Are there no more flow classes in the evening? Anna, there are no more flow classes in the evening for now. It will just be the morning sessions, but remember this, you can do this on replay. So if your evening time is your yoga time, please make sure to go to the morning 7 a.m. session. These sessions are pretty much all level. They're appropriate for morning or evening. They're going to obviously make you feel very different depending on what time of day you practice them. But if you've got enough time in your evening, you could even double up on 2 sessions and do an hour practice. Good morning, Wendy, Catherine, Collins, Carmelita, Pamela's here, Alfred, good morning. Hi, everybody. Cool. So I think almost ready to start. If you haven't grabbed a pillow, maybe just grab a pillow to have nearby. And this week we're going to be just looking at releasing a bit of lower back tension, but it'll be a all round general practice. We'll try to get a little bit to each part of the body, connect to our breath, ground, and just do some recovery work, some relief work, and get a little stretch out. So I think let's get started. You're just going to start lying on our backs. So your cushion can just be kind of nearby, anywhere, just so you can grab it if you need to. But otherwise, bring yourself down onto your back and just allow your knees to gently come to your chest. So you don't have to be in your tightest little ball. It can be quite soft. And I just want you to notice the spine. So you want the back of the head, the upper back, middle back, and all the way down to the lower back to try and make contact with the floor. So a lot of the time, if you're feeling quite stiff, our chin ends up lifting up to the ceiling. So we want a long line in the back of our neck. So what you could do here is just place a cushion underneath your head so that your chin is slightly tucked. All right, and then just close your eyes. Just allow the spine to melt more and more down to the floor. So a very soft shape this. We're just going to bring ourselves onto our mats, bring ourselves very present. And so again, these new opportunities to renew the way we think, the way we move, the way we act, the way we speak, the way we do, the way we receive, and the way we give. The first day of a new week, beginning of a new month, beginning of a new term, second half of the year, a new lunar cycle, so many different opportunities to bring change into your life, positive change. So if there's a specific intention you have around the month of August, bring that into your awareness now. And then deepen your breath. Let's take a few more breaths here. Just really allowing the body to become a little softer and melt more and more towards the floor. And keeping the whole spine on the floor, you can maybe start to draw the knees just a little closer to the belly. Relax your shoulders and your face. Relax the muscles in the back, the muscles in the belly. Just stay here for a few more breaths. Just going to get my timekeeping device. All right. And then with your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee, keep your belly very soft. Squeeze your knees a little tighter if you can, so you almost feel your tailbone curl up. And then separate your knees towards your armpits. Let them move away from you. Take them as wide as feels comfortable. And then with a soft belly, almost let the lower back lift a little if you can. Bring the inner knees to touch. And then press all the vertebrae back down into the mat and round a little more the knees to the chest. Let's do two more just like that, super slow. Take the knees out to the side. Move them away from you. Let the lower back kind of lift away from the mats. Bring the inner knees to touch. And then press everything back into the floor so that the whole back line, almost like all the skin across the back body, makes contact with the mat. One more. Knees to separate as far as feels comfortable. To move away from you as wide and as far as you can, soft belly. And then bring the knees to touch and draw them all the way back in. Nice. So let's do the same thing, but this time release your hands and kind of slide them a little underneath the buttocks. So your palms are face down. Now, changing it up, activate your abdominal muscles and press the lower back a little firmer into the mat. This time, we're not going to let the pelvis rock. Okay, so your range of motion might be a little less, that's fine. Squeeze your knees into chest, separate them, take them as wide apart as you can, and then take your knees away from you, but don't let the lower back lift. So now we don't want any part of the back to lift. We're activating our abdominals, inner knees to touch, and then squeeze knees back into center. Nice. Separate the knees. Take them away from you. Bring them into touch. Ground the spine and squeeze knees back into chest. One more like that. Legs apart. Legs away from you. Knees to touch. Nice. And both knees to chest. Bring your hands back to your knees. Relax your belly. Take a full breath in through the nose. Take a full exhale out through the mouth. Take a full breath in through the nose. Take a full breath out through the mouth. And one more, take a full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out through the mouth. Nice. Let's interlace our fingers and bring the hands around the right knee. Extend your left leg forward and then flex into both ankles. Ground your left heel down. And so I'm just noticing that nice open feeling in the front of your left hip where there should be now quite a nice little flush or rush of blood, oxygen, nutrients to that area after kind of closing it off. Again, bringing that right knee a little closer into chest. See if that right thigh can bring a little bit of a firmer contact to the right side of your body. Okay, this area where our ascending line of our colon sits, our liver, and just give it a little bit of a squeeze. So when we switch legs, that whole area gets a nice little rush of blood. So bring left knee in. Change the interlace of the hands around left leg. Reach your right leg forward, ground your right heel, squeeze left knee to chest. And now just bring your awareness to around the front of that right hip. So nice to feel that opening there and that nice little rush of blood, oxygen, and nutrients to the right side of the body. Nice. All right, let's bring our right leg back in. And then again, bring your hands to slide underneath your buttocks. And then let's extend both legs up. This time, point in your feet. Ground the whole spine. So all the skin on the back body is on the mat. So if you have a look at me quick, you don't want that kind of thing. You don't want to be able to place your hand anywhere underneath the spine. So my tailbone's curling up. I'm giving myself some nice support with my hands. My abdominals are nice and active. Let's keep the toes pointed, but flex out, or the feet pointed, sorry, flex our toes back. Okay, taking right leg away from you. Take it as far as you can down without letting the lower back lift. Squeeze inner thighs towards one another. Take a full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Nice, and draw right leg back up. Keep the whole spine grounded. Take the left leg forward. Activate your abdominals. 2 strong straight legs. My head is relaxed. My face is relaxed. Nice. And bring left leg up. Double legs. Take both legs away from you. Let's maybe go halfway. Notice if the spine is lifting. Ground the whole spine into the mat. Take one more full breath in and one more full breath out. Nice. Draw both legs up. Soften your ankles. Soften your knees. And then bring both arms up and just move through some gentle wrist and ankle rolls. Soften your belly completely. And just take a few more nice deep breaths. All right. I'm going to do one more round like that. So bring your hands underneath your buttocks. Not completely under because you want the sacrum grounded. And extend both legs up. Point your feet, but flex your toes back. So a dorsiflex. And just feel that activation through the front of the legs. Ground the whole spine into the mat and release any tension around the chest and the shoulders, the neck, the head. Let's take our left leg forward first this time. Take it as far down as you can without letting the lower back lift. Both legs are super strong and straight. I'm not holding my breath. Nice. Let's draw left leg up and extend your right leg forward. Ground the lower back. Deepen the breath. Maybe you feel a little shake. That's okay. Nice. And right leg up. Double legs forward as far as you can. Keep the lower back grounded. Don't pick up any tension. And really activate through the front line of the body to press the back line down. Beautiful. Draw both legs up. Soften your feet. Soften your knees. Hands and feet up. And just take a few little rolls here. So nice, everyone. All right. Let's move into happy baby. So your knees move wide towards your armpits. Okay? And then your hands can come kind of to the outer blades of your feet. So you're pulling down through the pinky side of the foot. So for you, it might look a little bit more with your bum in the air, but try and activate the abdominals, soften in through the hips. So again, you try and get as much of the lower back grounded. I know it's intense, but we're going to try and find a softening in the shape. Relaxing through the lower belly. Well, the belly is quite active, actually drawing the spine down to the floor. So rather think of it as softening around the hips instead of the lower belly. But you're not holding any tension. Nice. Let's take a few more breaths here. Let's all open our eyes. So find a spot on the ceiling or the roof to look at. So we're waking up the body. Reconnecting to where we are. The day, Monday, starting our week. We're going to hold 5 more breaths. I know it's intense, but stay with me. Try to get those knees a little closer to the armpits. Try to get the lower back to ground a little more. Nice. All right. And then try and bring your feet together. You could lift up and then bring the soles of the feet together. Let's all lift up now. Tuck our chin. Interlace the hands around the feet and kind of start moving the feet away from you as you tuck your chin. So you're kind of hanging on yourself. Nice. Release back down the head. And then full body stretch. Hook your thumbs. Reach your feet forward. Reach your arms back. And then pull the thumbs against one another. Point into your toes and stretch as long as you can. Nice. Slide everything back into a little ball. Round up. Maybe your hands come to the outer blades of the feet as you curl in and round. And then again, full body stretch. Change the hook of the thumbs. Reach long. Let's flex our ankles now. Reach a little longer. Ground your calf muscles. Ground your buttocks. Nice. And then draw knees into chest. Let's meet in tabletop. So you could roll to the side or simply rock up into a seat, roll over your knees and come into tabletop all fours. So now my wrists are under my shoulders, my knees under my hips. And we're going to come to sit into a nice wide knee child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees nice and wide. If your ankles are quite stiff, so in other words, you're struggling to get the tops of the feet onto the floor, place a cushion underneath your shins. And if the knees are feeling a little sensitive, or your buttocks are quite far away from your heels, place a cushion or two underneath the buttocks. Okay, sit yourself back. And then reach both arms forward. Allow the forehead to soften down. And let's close the eyes. And again, deepen the breath. We'll hold here for a minute or so. I just see that my phone is telling me its battery needs attention. So I'm just going to do this. So just take a few more breaths here. Allow your outer shoulders to roll down. Allow your breath to deepen. Nice. Let's just take a few more breaths like that. I see everything has kind of gone down now. It's okay. Nice. And then bring yourself back onto all fours, so onto your tabletop. And then let's move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So using your inhale to lengthen, sit bones up, curl your ears back, open your throat. And then opposite movements around. Exhale, tuck your tailbone round, tuck your chin. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. Nice, one more like that. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. Neutral spine. Let's find our downward facing dog. So make sure your hands are as wide as your shoulders, if not a little bit wider. Creases of the wrists are pretty much parallel. Myself into this diagonal type shape with my arms. So remember, we're not in a plank pose where we stack above our wrists. It's a diagonal shape with the arms. Tuck your toes under. Start to lift your knees. Keep your knees bent as you really push into your hands and send your sit bones way up high. Both my knees are bent and I'm allowing my whole spine to drip down towards the floor. Rolling my outer shoulders down so that my inner shoulders are away from my ears. And then I'm going to keep my left knee bent, but I'm going to start to straighten up my right leg. Maybe ground your right heel and get into the back line of that right leg. We'll hold 3 breaths. Spread through the palms of your hands so that your fingers are spread and all 10 fingerprints are pressing into the mat. Nice. Bend your right knee and let's switch. Left leg extend, ground your left heel. Firm the front of that left thigh and your front kneecap. Nice. And then bend your left knee again. Take your feet slightly backwards so that when you rock forward, you're in a nice high plank. Hold here for a moment, round a little through the upper back, wake up your thigh muscles. Nice, and then lower your knees. Hug your elbows in and back, slow lower all the way down. Nice. Adjust yourself as you must to lie nice and comfortable on the floor. Untuck your toes. Bring the tops of the feet onto the floor, your big toes to touch. Let's slide our hands all the way forward, out in front of you. And then we're going to wake up the back body a little bit. So keep the feet pressing into the floor. Encourage the pubic bone down into the mat. Raise your head slightly, but you're still looking down. So I'm not shortening the back of my neck. I'm keeping a little tuck of the chin. And then activate the back body. Raise the arms. And breathe. So it doesn't have to be your biggest shape. Your arms can also be quite wide. We're going to hold, lift a little higher. Nice. And lower yourself down. Come into what we call a flopping fish. So come onto the right side of your face. Extend your right arm next to the side body. So right wrist is pretty much next to my right hip. And I'm going to bend my left knee 90 degrees, left elbow 90 degrees, and I'm just going to completely relax my body so that gravity kind of draws me down. And let's just take 3 breaths here. Again, I encourage you to keep your eyes just open with a gentle gaze so that we connect with some morning energy, connecting with ourselves and our environment. And so we really step into the day very aware and very present. Sorry, guys. This morning is one of those Can you hear me now? I think so. Really? 5 minutes? Alright, I think we're good. Let me just double check here. Okay. Sorry, guys. So, I hope you stayed in your downward dog. You finished off this side stretch to the left. We'll come back through to center. Swiveling your heels to the left, buttocks to the left. Start to extend your right leg, ground your right heel, and have a look under your right armpit. Let's take 2 more full breaths. Nice. And then bring yourself back through to center. Shuffle your heels slightly or your feet slightly back again. Rock into a high plank. And then we're going to take what we call a hanging cobra. So you're going to allow the hips to lower. You can keep your thighs up or lower your knees down. Micro bend the elbows and stretch out the belly as you curl your ears back. Beautiful. Untuck your toes. Everyone lower your knees to the floor. Press your hips up and come back into a little child's pose again. So once again, use the cushion as you like. Let the back of the neck lengthen. Beautiful. And then roll yourself up to sit. Take a loop of the shoulders. Interlace your fingers. Flip your palms away from you and just take a rounding in the upper back as you tuck your chin. Guide your breath into the sides of the lungs, the back of the lungs. And then reach both arms up. Take a nice full stretch. And then split the hands back down. Change the interlace. This time lift your buttocks and really curl your tailbone forward. Then flip the palms and take that full C shape. Nice full stretch. Arms up. And then split the hands. Let's come to sit on our buttocks. Extend your legs out in front of you. Let me just check my time. Okay. So you could sit on a cushion here. What you don't want is that your shoulders are past the line of your hips, right? So then maybe to get my shoulders in line with my hips, I might need to bend my knees a little bit. And that's fine, but I would prefer your legs to be straight and for you to sit on 1, 2, or 3 cushions. Okay, we're going to take our left leg across our right, so that left foot is on the outside of the right thigh. Let's draw our arms up. And then take an easy twist to your left. So left fingertips behind you. This right arm kind of hooks the elbow around that left knee. And then just take an easy twist. You could look all the way back over your left shoulder. And then you can be quite relaxed in your feet. Take 3 more breaths. Nice. Unravel. And we'll switch. Let's take both arms up first. And then take your twist, hooking that left elbow and looking over to the right. And then again, unravel to look forward. Let's take both legs forward, reach both arms up, take a full breath in. And then take an easy forward fold. So again here, maybe your knees are a little bent. You could take it quite soft. But you're not worrying about your forehead to get to your shins too much. Rather focus on getting the belly to the thighs and really getting that length in the lower back. Let's take 2 more breaths. Nice, and slowly come up. Take a loop of the shoulders. Let's cross our legs. Hands to the thighs or to the hearts. Close your eyes. Or just close the practice. So just acknowledging your efforts. Gratitude to your body. And I thank you all for sharing your practice, either this morning or if you're catching up. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Apologies for the technical issues. Like I said, I kind of feel like it's been one of those Monday mornings and it's like not even 8 o'clock yet. But we shall not let it affect our Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember to keep checking in, keep letting us know that you're here. I want to see how many sessions you're doing. Yeah, again, sorry about that, everyone. Not ideal, I know, especially not when you're trying to like get into your yoga zone. But I know we can all have a little bit of ups and downs in life, right? And that's what the practice teaches us, is that we're not looking for perfection. It's not always going to be perfect, but it's how we move through it and how we come out on the other side that really counts. So such a pleasure, everyone. So good to stretch. Such a great flow today. Yay, Caitlin, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Beverly says it's really healing the body with a flow class is a huge difference since she started the classes. Bev, that is like the greatest news, music to my ears. It's all about consistency, everyone. So you have to give your body that recovery time. And like I was saying last week, let it be your luxury time, you know. Let your body work so hard for you all the time. And no, this work isn't always just going to be kind of chilled out naps. There has to be some activity in some parts of the body for us to release other parts a lot of the time. But it's so worth putting in that effort, and it's so worth the consistent daily practice. Such a pleasure, everyone. We'll be doing this on playback as repeat. Kabibi, amazing. We're going to be doing this kind of work for the rest of the week. So yeah, I'm quite excited. Roz, 1 out of 5 done. Amazing. Jolene says it's her week 2 of flow. First session this week. Well done, Jolene. So nice to have you a part of the crew. Guys, Samantha said, didn't make 5 out of 5 last week, but it's my goal again for this week. And that's all you can ask of yourself, is that every day you're going to show up for yourself. Every week you're going to show up for yourself. And the more we do that, the easier it becomes for us to do. And it eventually isn't, it isn't a choice anymore. It's just how things are. So well done, everyone, for joining. Carmelita, first time today. Yes, Carmelita, I hope you enjoyed it. Join us every morning. So 4 more sessions, guys, to get your flow in. And if you want to redo a session, I highly recommend that. Bar the glitch was a lovely session. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, guys, it's where we are right now. But thank you all very much for joining. I'm gonna hop off, and I wish you all a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow morning, same time, hopefully without any glitches. So have a beautiful day. And if you're hitting the 8 a.m. now, give it your all. I hope your body is feeling great for that. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Ciao.
I am fiercely feminine because I'm strong. Pain does not break me. Not period pains, not labor pains, not heartache, not divorce, not even death. I go to war, and my armor is compassion, kindness, humility, patience, gentleness, and forgiveness. I was made for changes, challenges, and even corona. You can't stop me.